Welcome back, beer tubers. Time to take a look at the latest release, which happens to be a re-release of one of my favorite beers from AleSmith, and this is their Old Ale. This is I presume the same recipe that they've used to brew up their 2005 Decadence, which when it was originally released, and then the 2010 Decadence, which was also an Old Ale. So now this beer is a once-a-year release, which is awesome. This is one of my favorite beers they do. It's one of my favorite Old Ales. The bourbon barrel-aged version of the 2010 Decadence is one of my all-time favorite beers, so I'm looking forward to checking out this every single year moving forward. So I got this poured out. It's got some nice ruby red notes to it. There's some dark mahogany in there, you know, light brown color. The head's just a very, very light brown. So maybe there's some roasted barley in there giving some color to it. Some alcohol legs. It is 11%. Wow, a lot of dark fruits. Big time dark fruits, toffee, caramel notes. Big time. Yeah, it's what I kind of think of an Old Ale. Hint of that sort of leathery note that kind of goes along with some alcohol. There is some alcohol. It is a pretty young beer. Big biscuity breadiness. I'm guessing probably all British malts in this beer. A little bit of a fruity yeast ester. That sort of marmalade kind of goes into red berry note. So it's pretty complex already. Let's dig in. Cheers. Oh, that's nice already. Yeah, it falls in the nose really well. The alcohol's pretty well hidden. I get more alcohol on the nose than I do in the taste, but I bet I'm going to start feeling it the more I drink it. First thing I get is big sweetness, big caramel notes, with a little bit of like a red apple character to it. There's you know, a slight bit of toffee kind of peeking in there as well, but it's got this big sweetness up front. Middle is when all that big fruitiness comes out. You know, you got your raisins big time, a lot of fig notes in there. Touch of plum as well. Red berries, that sort of marmalade-y red berry, I'm guessing yeast ester. And then at the finish, it dries out with a little bit of a chocolate and leather character. Like I said, I'm not really tasting any alcohol right now. You do feel it going down. It's a nice warming beer at 11%. Beer finish is nice and dry thanks to the alcohol, and it's attenuated enough so it's not overly sweet. Maybe a touch of hops coming in the back end, add a little bit of like an earthiness to it, and underneath all that, you get that big biscuity malt backbone to it as well. So this still remains one of my favorite Old Ales. There's no question. So I recommend picking this up. Not only pick one bottle up, drink it fresh. Pick up several bottles of it. This beer is going to age really well. I mean, at least 5 years. I mean, if you ideally pick up like 5 bottles and drink one every year if you can, until it's gone, or maybe even save one bottle and do some kind of extended like 10-year cellaring on it. What's nice about this one compared to their previous bottlings was this is done on their new bottling line. It's bottle dated on the back, and it probably has a lot less dissolved oxygen getting into the beer as well when it's packaged. So I think this is going to cellar really nicely. So definitely pick up multiple bottles of this. Right now, I'm going to go A- with it because I think it's going to get better. I still really, really enjoy it. It's a big, nicely balanced beer right now. It's going to get even better with age. So, highly recommend picking up AleSmith's Old Ale. Looking forward to seeing this next year as well and get a vertical going over the years. Glad they finally did this. Till next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.